My keynote and workshops are a mix of science, strategy, and story, so that the lessons actually stick. I'm Suzanne Rath, and this is Endures, for your daily dose of endurance, leadership, and life lessons. And over the next few days, I'm going to be sharing some snippets pulled from my signature presentation, Summit Thinking. So let's kick off today. First of all, we're going to hear about a man named Ed Jackson and how every single one of us can do hard things. And hard is just another muscle that we can build. He had a choice. So this guy on the left here is a guy called Ed Jackson. And he is a British man who had the world at his feet. Promising career as a professional rugby player, beautiful fiance, great family and friends. And then one unusually hot day in Wales, he was at a party and he made the decision to dive into a pool head first. So Ed died 3 times on the way to the ambulance, in the ambulance on the way to hospital. And when he woke up, he was told he might never walk again. And he had a choice. Did he accept that? Or did he fight? And all around him in that spinal cord injury unit, people were giving up. They were so bitter. They were resigned to their fates. But he knew that what was worse for him than not trying was not knowing what he was actually capable of. And so a year after his accident, he climbed Snowdon, which is Wales's highest mountain, flanked by a team of over 70 people who followed his journey on his blog. And Ed said, we never would have experienced things like this if we hadn't had this goal of reaching the summit. But actually, I've realized it's not about the summit. So it's not about the summit. Ed Jackson has done some incredibly hard things, but he says, the size of your mountain doesn't matter. It's the first step that counts. Every one of us has had to do hard things. And hard is just another muscle we can build. So I believe that everything is a muscle. Just like we can train ourselves to run a marathon or lift a heavier weight, we can train ourselves to be more courageous, more kind, more appreciative, more focused, more adaptable, more resilient. Then I speak about potential and my passion for people achieving their full potential. And here's what I know to be true. To achieve great things in life, we also must have the courage to put ourselves in the arena, even when we risk failure or disappointment. Now, I've always been passionate about working with people and seeing people achieve their true potential, whether it's been in healthcare, whether it's been as a leader, or whether it's been through coaching and speaking. And what I have noticed is that people achieving big goals, people becoming enduring leaders, it follows a pattern that I call endures. And so this is the pattern that Roosevelt has followed. This is a pattern that I have followed to achieve things in my life. And I'd love just to walk you through it. And finally, here's a little snippet on where our focus is going and your daily reminder to try and delete some of the distractions. While we are in an era where change is the most rapid it's ever been, it's also the slowest it's ever going to be again. And so we have to develop the discipline to manage it. And so all these things that have been designed to make our lives easier, like emails, they're actually stealing our focus. And every single time we have one of these notifications that pings, cortisol spikes because our brain literally can't differentiate between these notifications and being chased by a bear. So we're constantly heightened by these notifications and these needs and reactivity. And a Microsoft study showed that 68% of people don't feel like they've got enough focus time in their day. So that's just over 30% of people who sit here in this green who, maybe feel like they do have that focus, maybe do feel like they're able to do the work that is most energizing to them or most fulfilling. And so I would love to hand over to all of you, just popcorn style, to throw me some things, examples of things that you feel like steal your focus during the day.
Social media.
Yeah, it's like a no-brainer, right? Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for more from Endures.